We are moving into the next phase of our programming, which really dives deep into the metaverse. We're starting off with a session here. If anyone has had a chance to check out the metaverse experience in the back corner, check it out after this. But we're going to get a tour through it with Reneil Schmidt, CTO of the Museum of Crypto Art, along with Jonathan Palmer here, who's going to show us what you can see over there yourselves. And turn it over to you, Jonathan.
All right. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. My name is Jonathan Palmer, and I'm the creative director of the Peregrine. We create experiences both in real life as well as metaverse things like this that blend that reality. Today, what I want to start out with, there's a saying in Web3 that it's early. And as the Web3 community converges with the video game industry and some of these entertainment platforms, that's also true. So bear that in mind today as we try to give you a tour that this tech is still pretty early, and so we'll hopefully get a live demo off with no hitches. So the big thing here is that we want to show you one of the basic principles of the open metaverse, the concept of interoperability. And joining me today is Reneil Schmidt, who's from the Museum of Crypto Art. Reneil, how are you doing today?
Hey Jonathan, hey Austin. I'm doing good. I'm standing in Germany, but it's great to be on stage with you in Texas, you know?
That's one of the real beauties of this, is that we have this ability to connect outside of physical geography in ways that are so similar to our real life experiences. Start us off a little bit with the environment that you're in here. As we talk about interoperability, there's different things that people may not understand. Right now, you and I are both in VR, virtual reality headsets, but take us through a little bit of the process of building an environment like this and how interoperability plays a role in experience.
Yeah, of course. So I'm standing inside a virtual world called Neos. It's a desktop-based, high-end application where you can build worlds within VR. So everything around me has been constructed with my own hands in VR. So I can load models into this, and we have this flagship product at Moca, which is called Moca Rooms. And behind me, you can see one of these structures, which we are going into detail later. But yeah, this is ultra high-end, full body tracking. Everything is mapped, and yeah, where are you, Jonathan? I cannot see you.
Okay, I lost your video as well too. Do we have video on Reneil, anybody? One of the interesting things about this is when you're inside the VR headset and cobbling together this, you can't see a lot of things that are happening in the real world as well as the virtual world in other realms. So, 1 second here, we're gonna take a... There we go. Now we got you. Now we got a visual on you.
Awesome. So what I was saying is I'm in Neos, and I got full body tracking here, everything ultra high end with an 11-point tracking system that I'm wearing. So that's the upper end of the technology stack that's possible with consumer hardware today.
Yeah, and so one of the interesting things about interoperability is the fact that we have one model that's designed in a modeling application and then has the ability to port that into different environments with different constraints. So the one that you're in right now is a really high resolution, high-end VR experience. But let's go ahead and switch over to that same exhibit inside of Decentraland, which is basically a lower fidelity, more, it's a browser-based experience that takes that and translates that into a browser. So if we could switch over to the browser, my browser right now, we'll kind of see that experience.
I'm going to show you this from here. Can people see both of our feeds at the same time?
Let's see here. Do we have a 1 second here? We'll get the image up for Decentraland. So maybe while we're waiting here, Reneil, can you explain to us the process as you build a model in a modeling application, and then what's the process to then take that and begin those steps of interoperability depending on where it is that you want to take that and deploy it?
Yeah, so this object has been created by our architect, Untitled XYZ, inside Blender, and you can like insert this in like a GRB format into this world, and then like decorate it with art, which is exactly the same process that has been done for like the Decentraland scene that Jonathan is going to show you. But the interesting thing that we are working on here with Moca Rooms, which is like, this is a Moca Room, by the way. So that's a 16-slot Moca Room that can carry 16 art pieces. And we are going to automate this further so that people can basically drag and drop like pre-configured 3D architectural structures into their virtual world, and then update the art on the wall inside the Web3 DApp, inside the museum, inside Moca. And then like these updates are then reflected across like the different instances across the metaverse inside different worlds. So you maintain like an art exhibition in a single place, and then can have like 100 instances across like 30 different virtual worlds. Like that's the goal that we are having with Moca Rooms.
That's an incredible step towards interoperability with Moca Rooms. That's a great feature you guys are building at the Museum of Crypto Art. So if we want to look over here, basically we have the same exact thing in Decentraland, and you can see that the fidelity is a little bit less. It's a different experience, but it's an interpretation of the same data, and it's creating a different experience that's accessible. One of the big pieces here is if you have to have a VR headset in order to experience this, there's a barrier that prevents a lot of people from that. And so by installing things in web-based, browser-based experiences, the accessibility opens wide open to a lot more people. And so you're able to reach a different audience with those mediums. Really quickly here, so this is the Moca. Basically, the install that we built out here in Decentraland for the filecoin community is basically one of these. And so I'm going to go ahead and navigate down there, and we'll do a little bit of a segment there to showcase that space that we have built. If you're here in Austin, Texas, you can go there's a video game control system that we've built in the NFT gallery that you can actually play this with a controller on a 10-foot LED wall. And if you're online, you can obviously go and visit Decentraland in your browser to see the space. So why don't you go ahead and riff here just for a second, Reneil, while I track myself down to the filecoin build.
I can like switch into the filecoin build as well. Give me a second. There we go. I'm already waiting for you there.
So this is a little bit of a real-time demo. This is basically how long it takes to load up the different scenes. But you can see over here on Reneil's screen, he's got his browser already loaded up, and that is the filecoin build in Decentraland. If you want to go ahead and run around the other side there, Reneil, we can go full screen on Reneil too if you want. All right. So basically, one of the big things here is that these worlds that we're creating that are decentralized, that are interoperable, like all of these components, there's one basic thing that's really important for all of this, and is that's a robust base layer for data. And that's obviously, we're all here for Filecoin, and so that's one of the real incredible opportunities with these virtual spaces and some of the experiences that are getting created here. We have a lot of stuff with Filecoin. It's like, insert data here. What that data actually is one thing that I think we kind of gloss over a lot, but these are really incredible, that data represents incredible things like photographs and experiences, metaverse architecture like this that creates connection between humans. And I think that's one of the most important things that we kind of gloss over, is the humanness of what that data represents. One quick thing, so here we're outside. I'm going to go ahead and run inside so you guys can kind of get a quick glimpse of this. What we've done here is we've got a community space that people, no matter where you are in the world, you can come and turn on your mic and start engaging with different people and running around and exploring. We have a couple of fun things here. We have a quick little challenge. We've got these little files that are glowing, and you can run around and collect those files. And if you take all of that after that up to the top deck of this installation, you can get QR code pops up, and you can redeem an NFT for a filecoin wearable, which is kind of a fun way, and you can get that airdrop to you. So we've got a little elevator here to get up to some of the other levels. Let's go up to the 3rd floor. Check out the live stream happening in the background there. So creates like a watch party environment where people can run around and do different things and talk amongst themselves while the events are going on. So it's really designed to be a community space that people from throughout the world can gather in real time and have real deep, intimate human connections. I think that's again, one of those things that, again, the technology is quite early, but the fundamental thing that humans want to do is connect with each other, whether that's through things like chat, very early chat rooms and stuff like that, very low fidelity interfaces, but people are definitely making meaningful relationships. And I think that's one of the things that will come out of these metaverses is that we're really focusing on real human connection, real human needs that are being facilitated in this way. Reneil, you want to come up to the 3rd floor to the Moca Rooms exhibit?
Yeah, I'm standing next to you.
Oh, are you? There he goes, okay. Yeah, so we've got some pretty exciting stuff. Like Moca has been building on IPFS, and there's some interesting things that are happening with the advent of where you guys are going with the Museum of Crypto Art. I don't know if you want to talk a little bit about some of the things that you guys are working on.
Yeah, like the Moca Rooms product is what I've already teased before, like interoperable 3D architecture. We have announced our fork that emits 1 NFT via auction every day. So this is a fair launch and not like a 10K drop that people are used to these days. But this builds on top of the existing ecosystem that we already have. We have the multipass, which is your profile page, like MySpace, but with NFTs you can organize all your stuff and write your own narratives by categorizing them, and then you can share them and stuff. And then we have a multiplayer exhibition lab that allows you to curate with your friends NFT exhibitions for real life and virtual worlds display inside the Moca Dub, and everybody can use the stuff that they have activated inside their Moca multipass. And then this flagship product, Moca Rooms, is about bridging all of this into the metaverse, into 3-dimensional space via unique architecture. And obviously, the next step for us is ensuring that the NFTs that are meaningful to all of the users, that are bringing them in every day into the museum, that these are backed up appropriately. And this is why we have been reaching out to the filecoin team. And yeah, it is very, very cool. We are exploring a partnership to offer archival solutions for the world's most important NFTs, which is basically what the users of Moca define for themselves as important. So all of this should be updated, should be backed up appropriately inside the filecoin ecosystem.
Yeah, definitely that long-term preservation that's guaranteed and archival on filecoin is one of those pieces that when we look at these NFTs and the significance, art is something that is really, really important for humanity. And it's really exciting to hear about the partnership between Filecoin and the Museum of Crypto Art to make sure that the assets and the NFTs that you guys are curating are backed up and archived indefinitely.
Yeah, it's multi-chain, so you can activate. The system is built in the design that you will be able to aggregate NFTs from multiple blockchains into this. We already have 3 supported blockchains right now. We have Ethereum, Polygon, and Gnosis chain to aggregate POAPs, and there will be a lot more. And so it's blockchain agnostic, which is super important.
Yes, definitely, all great stuff. Fantastic, that's really exciting. I think we got about 1 minute left on our session. I would love to go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a sneak preview of this build here real quick. This was a project that was done in collaboration with IRL Art, and Yule and Annie, who are brilliant at blending metaverse stuff, building, their teams have built this entire architecture and deployed this. Lots of this stuff that seems really, really simple is really, really complex and difficult at this stage in the game, and so their coding teams, Godfrey, Boombox Head, definitely want to call you out as well too for definitely contributing some amazing stuff to this build. So everybody who's either in the room, go play the installation in the NFT gallery, and if you're online, jump into the Decentraland space and make a new friend. So thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Jonathan and Reneil, for that cool experience. It wouldn't be a crypto conference in summer of 2022 without some type of IRL, metaverse interactive content. So appreciate everyone who put that together.